Hello everyone and welcome back to Chronos plays Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Today, I believe, we already talked to you about everything, we already shown you everything, so we're moving on. Probably to the trailer, right?
Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the steel samurai costume, then he left from there to go to Studio 2.
Right.
But why? I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer?
Maybe? We can't go to Studio 1 anymore, right? Yeah, we don't have the key card. I guess I'll just look at this stuff for now. Alright, there was literally nothing. Let's go to the trailer then, or at least Studio 2.
Hey, Nick! It's Ms. Vasquez! Hello?
Dots.
H-E-L-L-O!
Dots. Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. Examine... Wait, can I go... Can I examine this yet? There's some flowers there.
Wow, so pretty! They're taking good care of these.
Don't get too close. That fence looks dangerous. Alright. I guess this is why you guys aren't detectives, huh? Talk. Mr. Hammer.
Excuse me, Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and...
Sure. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Unless your name is Cloud. I kinda have a thing for him.
Do something, Nick! She's really ticking me off!
Oh dear. Will Powers.
Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai.
I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai.
You did it! Nick, she did it! She's the killer! My Fabled speaks to me! I know it! I know it!
Oh dear. Salmonella poisoning? I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Mr. Malinella. If you must talk about the man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer. By yourselves? Oh dear. Alright, what do you think of this monkey head? Oh, that's a spear. She's not even looking. Okay, hey, you look.
Why are you showing that to me, Nick?
I don't know. Let's see. This picture from 5 years ago, that seems like the easy one. How about these sleeping pills? No, you're only gonna look at the picture, huh? I feel like we should make a copy of this picture before we, like, show it to anyone, but here we go. Thoughts. She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? Well... Old bag. Old?
She means the security lady, Ms. Oldbag, Nick.
Right, anyway. Ms. Vasquez, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. Huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer.
Nick, she went inside the trailer.
Well, I'm gonna examine everything out here first. I'm getting a funny feeling. What do you mean? Something about this scene just feels odd, you know? Can't say that I do. Yeah, what's odd about them eating steak? We kinda already knew that they ate the steak. I actually don't know what you're referencing there. Yeah, I guess we'll just go inside the trailer. You came. Well then, what's that you wanted to talk about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kid shows for petty change. So I'm a blackmailer now.
Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident, but you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star.
Oh, I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour on its own accord.
But You were the cause. You pressured him. And to think it was just an accident.
Excuse me? What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure?
What do you mean?
Must I spell everything out for you? Think, what would it be if it wasn't an accident?
No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it? On purpose?
That's what I mean.
Where's your proof? Can you prove it?
Huh. Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And if I ran him hard, believe me, believe you me.
But the security letter said it was an accident.
Oh, well, she was a big fan of him, as you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hand, she did. Gave him a few bruises too.
So that's why she had that photo.
She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy, but he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me. This is why we make copies. Now.
What? This is valuable evidence.
Boys.
Who are they? I'm assuming it's the Mafia.
Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. This is why we make copies before we go around showing stuff. What do you think? Would you like to be erased?
What?
The trial ends tomorrow. How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it.
Tell me why. Tell me why. Ain't nothing but... Okay, why do you want this photo so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why did D. Vasquez care about it at all?
I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away.
No!
Hold it right there! Oh, it's Gumshoe! I heard everything, pal! D. Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me now.
I don't know why he sounds like this all of a sudden.
Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow, in court. I'll be looking forward to it. Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing.
Detective Gumshoe! Thank you, thank you, thank you! I was really scared. Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. Detective Gumshoe?
Sorry, I've wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay, well, I got one more job to do now. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon.
Yeah, probably at the trial tomorrow, right? Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting closer to the bottom of this.
And who's at the bottom? D. Vasquez. To be continued.
I mean, I guess I'll save. Why not? You never know. Could crash. It's snowing outside. Barely. We were supposed to get like 2 inches. It's not sticking at all. Up the road, it's sticking a little bit, but not really. Court is now in session for the trials of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. Today, I will call on people present at the Studio 2 trail that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear.
Very well.
Edgeworth seems a bit on the edge today.
I get it.
You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls Ms. D. Vasquez to the stand. Ms. D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in Studio 2 trailer that day. You allowed to smoke inside a courtroom? Maybe in 2001, but... Actually, no, probably not. Oh, maybe. I don't know. Will the witness state her name and occupation? D. Vasquez. I'm a producer for the studio, Global Studios.
On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2.
As everyone here knows, yes.
Thoughts?
I dislike needless banter. It hurts my throat. If you must pontificate, then do it when I'm not here.
Very, very well, Mrs. Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder. Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. Make her pay for canceling Steel Samurai. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak.
Day of the murder. I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp. It ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me.
What? What do you mean by that? Did he give you a piggyback ride? Or did he drive you?
At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks in the table in front of the trailer. We found his body later when we all went to Studio 1. That's all.
I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you. Judge, me and you are seeing eye to eye.
The van. There was a van in Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk with that monkey's head toppling over.
Objection! The tree was in the way!
I see.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination. This is the final battle, Nick! Let's do it! You mean for this case, right? I don't think we're at the end of the game. Like, I'm not. I know the game's not that long, the first one, anyways. But I'd be very surprised. Three cases, and just ends? No, unlikely. The day of the murder. I enter the trailer. Yeah. Press. By yourself.
Yes.
And you didn't stop in at the employee area.
No.
Dots. Are you always this terse?
Yes.
Oh dear. At least she's honest.
The meeting began at 12 sharp, and it at 4.
Objection! I mean, hold it! Did no one leave during the meeting?
No one.
Come on, let's talk a bit more than that. I'm a social butterfly. The witness did not come here to engage in idle chatter. Stop interrupting the testimony. No!
The same can be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. And please stop banging your little desk. It's hurt my ears.
I mean, she has a point, dog, but I'm gonna bang my desk. And what exactly was that?
I've forgotten.
Maybe you could try remembering?
No.
The meeting ended at 4, and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was between those times. You would think? Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth.
I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me.
Hold it! You had Sal take you. What does that mean?
It means that what I said. I had Sal take me in the Studio 2 van.
Oh, alright. Hold it. And what were you doing during that time?
Don't hit your desk. It irritates me.
Yeah, Mr. Wright. Oops.
Dots. It was a 15-minute break. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks in the front of the trailer.
How good were those steaks?
Sal.
No, I mean like someone else who also was in the suspect.
One person is enough.
If she committed murder during that break, she wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. But I had some evidence that proves she didn't eat that steak. Well, Nick, find anything. I kind of wish she said a little more. It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. But I'm sure you'll find some contradiction in what she said somewhere.
I did the trailer a little before noon.
Oh, did it start over again? Okay, so
here, we need to present something. I don't know what. Evidence that proves she didn't eat the T-bone steak. Well, I don't think we have any evidence that suggests she didn't eat the T-bone steak. Oh, wait, yeah, right. Lie. You couldn't have driven. You couldn't have driven, so we gotta go back. Back to the future. Let's see. Beer. Okay. Oh, no. Where was the thing? Yeah, present. Monkey head! Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. Dots? It does? I don't see anything contradiction. What do you mean you don't see any contradiction? Oops, that didn't go well. What do you mean you didn't see any contradiction? This thing was on the road between 2:15 and 4. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want from me, game. I'm gonna save again just in case I royally screw this up. But what the hell? So I was thinking, hey, you know, Sal took the van over to the Studio 1, right? But like the road is blocked from 2:15 to frickin' 4, and you guys. But I don't get it. I don't know. Okay, so it has to be the last one, right? Let's ignore the van thing for now, because there's probably something I forgot there that allows him to drive over to the studio when the monkey head was down. She didn't eat the steak. Prove that she didn't eat the steak. I don't know what you want. I don't know how you want me to prove that she didn't eat the steak. Like, the only steak-related thing we have is this picture. And it's one for the employee area with the traces of sleeping pills. I mean, I guess the only difference from the trailer area is they didn't have their bones there. Is that what I'm supposed? Am I supposed to present this? Be like, hey, look at this totally different T-bone steak thing. Fuck it, let's try it, because I actually have no idea what you want me to do. Here's this picture of a different T-bone steak. The music stopped, so I'm guessing that was right. Ha! As I thought. Dots. You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not. What's this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate. This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you that it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point, edgy boy. Remember, if you will, Ms. Vasquez and Mr. Manella, yeah, whatever, ate at the table outside the trailer. Yet there are no bones left on the plate. Maybe they ate the bones too. Don't judge them. The plates were bare. Or they're liars, Ms. Vasquez. Tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bones? Could have threw out the bones and maybe not cleared up or maybe they had dogs nearby, give a dog a bone, or they just ate the bones. There are weird people in this world, Phoenix. We try not to judge openly. We do it behind doors. I think I know now, or know how. You ate the bone too! Wasn't that a KFC commercial? Oh no, I ate the bone! It was like, oh, what the hell was it? Damn, I think it was a KFC commercial though. You didn't eat the steak? You didn't eat any steak during the break? You liar! You don't lie about eating steak! You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like the incinerator. You don't waste steak like that! Judge, arrest her! I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? Picking on Salmonella. No, meeting the Steel Samurai. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. Why does it flash white? Order! I would have a T-bone steak, please. Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trail to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai. And then you did it! You killed him with your own hands! Mr. Wright! Isn't it a little presumptuous? What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick. She's gonna kick your ass. Let's see. What was the murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear. Yes. I am, as you see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly have used that heavy spear as a weapon? I don't know. probably not the best thing to say during trial. I don't know. So it's probably one of these ones. I think you could. You couldn't, could you? I think I know where they're going with it. I think you might even said it last episode too. So let's say you couldn't. I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. I don't know, it just looks like a goddamn spear, man. Huh. You see? Yeah. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning? The samurai spear was not the murder weapon. What? What is the meaning of this? The spear was found laying next to the victim's body. I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. We do? Nick, you gotta tell me this shit before you say shit like that. Do you want the picture? Like, see this picture? I don't know. I don't think it's time for the picture yet. Maybe it is. I mean, duct tape is great, but I don't think it would actually be able to mend it that well for a murder weapon. Like, to be, like, unbreakable, right? Let's try it.
Take that!
Take that. I present you my proof, the so-called murder weapon. But that is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember that this spear broke during the morning action scene run-through. But soon, someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who is wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? We gotta get the Mythbusters, you're right. They were still around during this time, weren't they? Or did they come after this time? I haven't seen the Mythbusters in a long time. I know they canceled it like years ago. Oh god, yeah, freaking Grant Imahara just died recently. I think was it a brain aneurysm? I mean, that shit's very, very hard to live through, brain aneurysms. When my mom had one, the doctors were just like, you were very lucky. We were able to get to you in time. Even with the damage that was done, she is extremely lucky to still be alive. Anyways, order. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence! I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard! Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're... Oh, are you even aware of what you're saying? I thought you were saying that to her. If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was. How was Hammer killed? Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Hammer Time? Yes? I would make a claim that... would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? Probably. I'm afraid your confidence is can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well. Let's see this murder weapon then. I mean, it's gotta be this picture. Look at this photograph. What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs. Order! If I cannot have order, trial will be suspended. Oh, thank God. Mr. Wright, what is this all about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is the photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studio. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it. See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence posts pierced through him through the chest? What? Are you saying? Yes. What happened 5 years ago? Has happened again, but also I have no idea how that shit works. Like, how can you stand on the stairs and get them onto that fence post? Also, what kind of negligent assholes run the studio? Hey, we have this fence that killed someone. Let's just repair it and put it back where it was. No, you get rid of the fence. Mr. Wright, continue. It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Ms. D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. How the fuck does that work, Phoenix? It doesn't. Physics don't work like that. She would have had to pick him up over her head and chuck him. Just like Mr. Hammer did himself 5 years ago. I don't know how. Can you animate that? Because I actually don't know how this is possible. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die? 5 years ago? Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Ho ho ho, very creative, Mr. White. Right, whatever your name is. I could use a man like you on my script staff writing. Script staff writing? Script writing staff. You deny that what I say is true. Mr. Wright, let's say, for the sake of the argument, that Mr. Hammer died at the trailer, as you say. And yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned it to the trailer, all in the space of 15 minutes? How could I have disposed of the body? The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time. Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with that body? Well, she had a bunch of people, right? She had another way. What if she had another way to carry the body, other than her own hands? Like those 4 boys, for instance. Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body.
Interesting. Let's hear it then.
Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried that body. Is it the creepy kidnapper van? I mean, it has windows, so it's not exactly kidnapper van. Music stops. I was right. Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1. And you used the van studio to do it! Recall your testimony.
There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me.
You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume. Objection! Hold on, Wright. Don't forget it was Sal Manella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator? Like, yeah, of course he was. Of course Sal Manella has to have been a conspirator. I mean, look at the guy. I know don't judge a book by a cover, but we're gonna judge a book by its cover. Do you see this fucker? He's creepy as all hell. Also, the body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Ms. Vasquez could have done it alone. She also had those 4 other people. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. That incinerator is getting a lot of work. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue?
No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose. You win. It was fun.
I win? That's it? So, what happens next? Don't question mark me. How do you know how you do that? Do you have anything to say?
What would you like me to say?
Huh? I lost? Something like that?
I just said that.
Wait, so you mean... D. Vasquez, so it was you. You killed Jack Hammer.
Who can say?
Huh?
Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Mr. Hammer.
Right.
But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright.
How? What? What?
Order! Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
Huh?
Of course, as the witness says.
Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it, but there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure.
Well, I came here as a witness today. If you have no more questions, I'll be leaving.
Irk, what did I do? What do I do now? Probably testify again, right? But I guess we'll find out next time. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, press like below. If you're not subscribed yet, why don't you hit my video section, check out some of the content, see if it's to your liking. Once again, thank you for watching. Hope you all have a great day.